Hello and welcome to another episode of Reclaiming Coventry with me, John, aka Old Man Sudor. And since I last left you, it's all been going really well. So I left you with the Portsmouth match, I think it was, 1-all. And as you can see, since then we had 2-0 against Burton. Really good game. Played really well. Went swimmingly for us. As you can see, we were the much better team overall, and yeah, it all went really well. We followed that up with a 2-1 win over Port Vale. Again, a good win for us, and Michael Essien to pick up a little bit of a knock, but Delavay and Gail Brighamana got the goals for us. Really good game. Show you the stats quickly. As you can see, it was a tough game for us away from home, but we managed to win. I think, if I remember right, we scored in like the 90th minute. Yeah, we won it literally the last second. But that's what they say, don't they? They say to win a league, you need to win games even when you don't play at your best. They used to say about Man U a lot, didn't they? We then followed up with another 2-1 win over Scunthorpe. And again, played really well. We did get a bit lucky. They got an own goal. And as you can see there, we scored literally in the last minute again. So we were a bit lucky. It's been two difficult games for us, these two games. But look at those stats. We should have won it anyway. So I was really happy we managed to pick up the little win. Unfortunately, we then lost 1-0 to Gillingham. We just didn't. We didn't turn up. We didn't play well. Gillingham were by far the better team. You can see here with the stats, and yeah, we just didn't turn up. It was a really bad game for us. Anyway, that puts us top of the league. Yep, you heard me, top of the league. Can't quite believe it. 10 games to go, and obviously there's still not a massive gap between the likes of, say, us and even third, and maybe even dropping down to 6. Like I've said it a few times, 1 or 2 wins or 1 or 2 losses, and the league can change quite quickly. And obviously, we've got 2 massive games today. We're playing Charlton, who are in 2nd, and we're playing Swindon, who are in 4th. So obviously, these 2 games could make a real impact on the league for us at the moment. And that's it, really. There's not much else to talk about. Brigham has been moaning a bit. He wants to leave. He wants to go to a bigger team. I guess I can't blame him, but I don't particularly want to lose him because he's arguably our best player. So I've got to try and hopefully, if we do get promotion, I'm hoping that that can convince him to stay with us. But I think it's going to be difficult. I mean, you look at some of the teams that are interested in him: Cardiff, FC Tweed, Sudor, and Darmstadt. I don't know who those last 2 are, to be honest. They're probably from some sort of like Eastern European from the looks of the names. But, the likes of FC Tweed and that, obviously a well-known German team, Holland team even. I think it's going to be difficult to hold on to him, but we're going to try and get as much money as possible. He's worth 1.4 million at the moment. I'll be looking for at least double that, or close to, which would obviously help us big time with buying players next season. So as I said, we've got Charlton today, a couple of days away, so I'll get to the game. And right guys, just before we get to the game, I forgot to say we have had our youth intake in, and we've got one player who looks like he could be quite special, and it's this guy here, a right back. He's already at marking 11, passing 12, so he's already got the starts of being a defensive right back for us. Physicals could do with a bit of a work, but he's only 16. But mentally, he's looking really good as well. I expect big things of this guy. I really do. I think, give him a season or 2, I think he could be becoming quite a player for us. And can also play up in a more forward role a little bit as well. So, yeah, I'm expecting big things, really big things of this guy. Anyway, guys, we'll get into it. And if you heard it buzzing, sorry, that's my phone. And let's see what the team is we're going to be putting out. We're not going to have Foley because he's a bit knackered. So we're going to go with George Thomas. McGradles is okay, but we're going to move Essien off, put Charles Cocklet in. I'm having to do a little bit of rotation because, as you can see, we're quite tired after the last game. I think that's all we're going to do for now. Thomas and Mbake can change. Mbake can go more of a Tranquesca, whatever it's called. And I think that's it. I think that's it. We're fine like we are. So this is the team we're going to go with. Charles Cook in goal, Giles Fee, Turnbull, Wills and Packwood as our back four. Collette in that defensive midfield role. McGradles and Brigham are staple midfield. Jones sitting just behind Mbeke and Thomas. And we'll get into the game, guys. And as I said, this is a huge game for us. If we can pick up a win here, it will mean so much. And Charlton haven't been playing brilliantly. They lost their manager. Sean Dyche is coming as their manager now. We're going to say we owe them after last time. Quite passionate. I want to get the team riled up like that. And we'll see how we get on. Because I really do think this is a game we can win. We're at home. There's no reason we can't win it. And that will put us a good 4 points clear. Depending on how Burton do. And like I said, it could be a really important game. As Mbake's picked up a knock. He's got a bruised shin. Brigham has now picked up. No, he's got a damaged heel. We're going to have to probably make a sub or two. But we'll see how it goes on. If I can get him to half time without having to take him off, that would be fantastic. As Charlton are more attacking than we are at the moment. I don't want to make subs too early if I can help it. And it's only slight little knocks from the looks of it. The fitness isn't down by miles. But Thomas isn't having a good game. He's only on a 6.4. The rest of the team was playing quite well. I'm going to say assertively give the fans a performance. Ask Yorkie. We're going to give everyone like 10-15 minutes and then we'll have a look at some changes. But things aren't going brilliantly for us at the moment. But I'm hoping we can change the fortunes round a little bit. All we need, I think, is one chance. As we get a corner, it's a long ball in, but it gets knocked out. But Collette collects it on the edge of the area to Wills. Wills gives it to Brigham. Brigham just doesn't do anything. And we've got to be careful here because they're going to be looking to counter us. But we knock it back to Charles Cook. What can we create anything? That's the big thing. Is we get a brilliant ball to Thomas. He gives it to Brigham to McGradles. McGradles gets it back in. He gives it to Thomas. But he just doesn't do anything with it. And it's that final third. Without Michael Florliv, we just really seem to struggle in that final third. But Gillespie gets it into Mbeke. Mbeke's got a good run. He's got a bit of a clear. Can he get it in? He gets it into Thomas. Thomas with a goal. That's the goal we needed. Get in there. That's Thomas's 6th of the season. And that could be the most important goal of this entire competition for us. As that gives us a nice breathing gap. If we can hold on for 54 minutes, we're going to have a look at some subs, I think. Just because players are tired, getting injured. There you go. Mbeke gets it in. We get a bit lucky with the cross in. It comes off the Charlton player. And Thomas, though, just puts it really nicely away from the keeper into the corner. And that's 1-0. As we're going to make some subs. Because as I said, one of the things I'm worried about is fitness. I don't want to make any crazy sort of things unless we need to. We're going to bring Delavey on for Mbake. We'll change him to a false 9. And that's all we're going to do for now. And hopefully we can last out for the next 25-30 minutes. We don't want Charlton to peg us back. That's the main thing. And there's no reason they should peg us back. We've been quite comfortable this second half. But it depends if the game wants to, As Charlton basically kick off, boot the ball forward, and we don't do absolutely anything. And we've had that happen to us quite a few times. I mean, no one even tackled him. They didn't even try. And it's 1-1, and that is just really frustrating. It's just, that is so annoying. As we've got 20 minutes to go though, and hopefully we can still maybe pick a winner up. As you can see now, it looks like Burton are winning. As Charlton have the ball in our half and start to come forward, and we really need to stop them. We can't let them get too far ahead as they take a bit of an ambitious shot at us. So we're going to make a sub with it to go. Bring Essien on, turn him into a half-back, and hopefully that'll just give us our defence a little bit of room. We can see out the rest of the game. I mean, a 1-all's not too bad. I'd rather get a win though. As we get tackled, but Jarsford gets it. He gets it to Delafay, gives it to Jones. Jones gets forward, but he gets tackled, but he manages to collect it still. Delafay with the ball to Vlad. Vlad to Brigamana. He gets it to Thomas. Thomas with the goal. That's his second goal, and that could be the winner. With 8 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. And that was a brilliant little bit of play. A lovely little pass by Brigamana. Puts Thomas in. He hits it on the first time and blasts it in. And I said to you, he's not really been doing it for us this season, but he scored 2 vital goals for us today. As we're coming up, we've only got 1 minute left, and we've got to be careful that nothing happens here. Jones with the ball to Vlad. Vlad gets Delafay, and Delafay with a shot, and there's the third, and that seals the game for us. So 3 and 3-1. It's a beautiful little pass by Vlad here. Gets Delafay in. Delafay's got all he's got to do is get it on target, and he does. The keeper should probably have done slightly better. And like I said, that's probably the game for us. As we get a corner, can we get a fourth? It looks like we might have a penalty. It looks like that was a penalty there. Yeah, it was. This could be 4-1. And to be honest, 10 minutes ago, but in game time, I wouldn't have expected that. And that's the fourth. And Thomas's hat trick. And that's absolutely fantastic. I'm a bit speechless because I didn't expect us after when it came to about the 75th minute. I wasn't expecting us to win 4-1, and that puts a nice gap between us and some of the teams below us. As we're just playing the last few seconds of the game now. There we go, 4-1 to Coventry. Keeps us top, gives us a little bit of room between the teams below us. Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have asked for that to go better. I really couldn't. Gail Brigaman's injured for about a week, unfortunately, with a damaged heel. As we look through, is there any news? Thomas finally scores after 15 hours. Like I said, strikers have been an issue for us. And it looks like I'm probably in the running for the Norwich job as well. But I don't think I'll be the favourite. And where does that put us in the league? That does put us top still. 2 points above Burton. We're now 4 points above Charlton. And as you can see, there's a bit of a gap now. We're 6 points above Portsmouth. So we've got a little bit of breathing room, but we can't let our foot off the gas pedals. And we'll get through to the next game. There'll be a little flash as usual. We'll get through to the Swindon game, and hopefully we can win that and kick on a little bit longer. Right guys, welcome back after the little flash, and this is the team we're going to go with today. It's the usual back four of Cook, Gilesy, Turnbull, Wills and Packwood. Essien in that defensive middle half-back role. Collette is coming in because obviously Brigamana's injured. McGradles is in his usual place. Jones sitting behind. Thomas, who's keeping his place after that fantastic performance in the last game. Michael Folliff comes back in. Obviously, arrested in the last game. Crofts comes in onto the subs bench. Apart from that, Quayne Thomas as well, who's our youngster. Looks like he could be quite promising striker for us. Comes in on the bench as well. And we've got a really important, obviously, game against Swindon now. And I think we'll do alright. It's away from home, so it might be a little bit harder, but I've got all the faith that we can carry on winning and carry on moving up the table. We're going to say assertively, go straight out there and finish where he did last game and see how we get on, guys. And hopefully we'll start a bit brighter than we did the last game. The first half last game wasn't the most interesting for us, and to be honest, Charlton were the better side in the first half of the last game. So really, we need to come out all guns blazing and try and take control of this game as best we can. As I say that, 20 minutes has gone and nothing's happened really at all. There's not really been any shots or anything like that from looking at the stats, which in some ways isn't a bad thing, I guess, because if there's no shots, it means they ain't going to be scoring against us as well. But obviously, this is going to be a tough game as we come up to the end of the first half, and nothing really happened at all there. We're going to say passionately, give these fans an next performance. That didn't really do much. We'll get Yorkie to say something, but he didn't really. George Thomas is not having a good game. I'll give him 10 minutes or so, but we might take him off quite soon. It's quite frustrating, players like that. You know, he plays so well in the last game, but in this game he just doesn't seem to do anything. As Swindon come forward, we've got to be a bit careful here, but we managed to get the ball. But Gradles collects it. It gets out to Folliff. No, it goes out for a throw-in. And that's about it, really. That was the end of the... As Thomas's rating still not going up anywhere, still on 6.3, so we're going to make a change. We're going to bring on Quayne Thomas, the youngster. You're going to play him as a poacher, so we've got a much more attacking front lineup. Apart from that, I'm happy with everyone else. Everyone's playing well. Fitness isn't looking too bad for now, so we're just going to make that one change. And maybe sort of around in 15 minutes time, sort of 70th minute, we'll maybe look at making one or two more changes. But Gradles is getting a little bit tired, so we might freshen up the midfield in a few minutes. And I say a few minutes, that few minutes is now. It goes quite quick when there's not a lot happening. We'll bring Vlad on, good old Vlad. And is there anything else we want to do? I don't think so. Not much is happening though. It's been quite an even game looking at the stats, but nothing of note has really happened. It's been a bit of a boring game in that sense, and we've got to be careful because obviously we don't want to lose out to a goal. As Swindon get a yellow card, Connor Thomas there looks like he did a foul. Folliff's not having a really good game. I think they're playing such a quite a defensive lineup if you look at their formation, and they're coming with an attack, but we managed to knock it out. As Harrop gets it to Law. We've got to be careful here. No! No! Wheels with the own goal. With no time to spend. No time left at all, really. We're going to probably lose this game right at the very end, it looks like. Oh, I mean, it was a cross in. Wheels tries to get a header to it. I mean, it was a brilliant header if you were for Swindon. That was a beautiful forward run. And unfortunately, that could be the winning goal. Because there's only a minute left. And that's full time. We lose 1-0. A frustrating game for us, really, there. I'm going to say we should be winning those matches. Because that's not really what should be happening. Thomas has got injured. He's only going to be at the physio. So we'll say use club doctor. Get him back in a few days. I'll do the talk in a minute. So where does that leave it? We're still top, but as you can see now, 3 points between Portsmouth, Charlton and Swindon. No, Portsmouth and Charlton. Swindon 4 points. Burton are only 1 point behind us. With 8 games to go, there's still a lot to play for, and we've got to be really, really careful. We have to be so careful now. As you can see, I mean, the games we've got some good games coming up where I think we can make some wins and get some really good, hopefully that a few more points on the board. We'll come back, because I think it's so close, I'm not going to play too many games. We'll come back for the Doncaster and Rotherham game. Seeing how those games go, obviously then we might come back for the Fleetwood Sheffield United and have a end of season special. If it looks like we're going to win the title, I might miss out the Fleetwood and come back just for the last 2 games of the season, but we'll see how it goes over the next couple of games. So like I said, I'll come back, we'll play the Oldham and Doncaster game. I think, yeah, Oldham and Doncaster and Rotherham. Or, I don't know. They'll come back for the Oldham Doncaster game, I think. We pretty should know then pretty much. There'll be 12 points left. So we'll come back for the Oldham Doncaster game. I'll play these 2 games offline and we'll see how we get on. And that's going to be the end of the episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Drop a like. Come and subscribe. Come and say hello on Twitter. Come and follow me. I do stream now and again, so come and see me on there if you can. And that's it. So last thing to say is, as always, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you next episode.